Good evening and Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm Alan Cohn. Adam Cellini has the night off. We begin tonight with a fiery Christmas Eve plane crash in Polk County. 5 people are dead, including a prominent attorney and several members of his family. As ABC's Gloria Rivera reports, the dense fog we've been experiencing may have played a role.
An ill-fated early morning takeoff in Florida, leaving nothing but wreckage, killing 5.
They say there is a plane down. It's really foggy. We're unable to see it from our location.
The plane, a small twin engine, was taking off for Key West, crashing soon after takeoff at the north end of the airport.
Clearly, no one should have tried a takeoff from this airport at 7:15 this morning. The airport was totally socked in with fog.
Upon impact, the plane bursting into flames.
We do have an aircraft on the ground. It's on fire. This time we're extinguishing the fire.
The sheriff knew the pilot, 70-year-old John Shannon, personally. Shannon flying his 2 daughters, son-in-law, and a family friend. All perished.
There was no chance of survival. When you look at the crash, the only thing that you can say is nobody suffered.
That community is heartbroken tonight. No definite cause for the crash has been released, but the NTSB is investigating. The dense fog across the entire Tampa Bay area, including the Suncoast. Check out these photos at University Place at 8 this morning. There may not be any snow on the ground, but it sure is a white Christmas. Thick fog wasn't the only thing posing risks to travelers across the country tonight. Heavy snow expected throughout the Northeast. ABC's Chuck Silverston wraps it up.
It's a white Christmas for tens of millions of Americans. Snow is falling on places that usually get a fair amount of snow every winter. Chicago, Madison, Wisconsin, Buffalo, and Omaha, Nebraska. Then there's Portland, not expecting much snow in any winter, but getting up to 2 inches of snow. It's even snowing in Seattle for the first time in 9 years. On the flip side, snow and ice creating hazards for drivers.
So you got to be careful out there, starting to freeze over.
Travelers are forewarned.
If you don't have four-wheel drive, you're in trouble in the winter.
I think just as long as it doesn't turn to ice, it'll be safe travel.
In Maine, a tow truck using rope to pull this vehicle to safety. With the snow come cold temperatures, an Arctic blast hitting the Northeast Tuesday. Compare that to Florida in the upper 70s in Cocoa Beach, where 837 Santa surfers got into the water, continuing a 9-year-old tradition and setting a new world record for costume surfers. Thousands watching the spectacle in balmy weather. Chuck Severson, ABC News, New York.
Now let's get over to Wendy Ross with a look at the first alert weather forecast. Wendy.
Alan, isn't that why we're here? So we can get into the water during this time of the year. Now we do have a cold front that's getting ready to come in through our area, and that frontal system is already setting off some showers located just to our north right now. And as the night progresses, that front is going to be moving on through, and during the early morning hours tomorrow, we're going to see it coming all the way in, and we are going to be left with mostly cloudy skies during the morning hours tomorrow, and then things are going to start to clear out for us, and we're going to be left with a sunny afternoon. So that's the way things are shaping up. But right now, our satellite imagery showing you that we've got this band of rain that's just approaching the Tampa Bay region. It's this area that has just pooled together in advance of the front. The front is situated right back here. You can just see the outline of it by the cloud cover, but we are looking at this band of rain. It's a very narrow band, and it's going to come through here sometime between 11:30 and midnight for our area, and we're going to start to see it. It's already beginning to approach the Tampa Bay region. It's holding together very well within the rain band itself. We see some moderate showers, but we are going to be getting some of those rains coming through here, a little bit of fog mixed in as well, and we'll let you know what our temperatures are going to be for tomorrow. It is going to be slightly cooler. Alan?
Thank you, Wendy. Deputies are actively searching tonight for a man that they say attempted to rob a Bradenton convenience store. That store, Palma Sola Discount Beverage on Cortez Road in West Bradenton. Witnesses say the suspect entered the store wearing a full-face motorcycle helmet around 7:30 this evening. The man pointing a shotgun at a clerk, demanding money, but fleeing before taking anything. If you have any information, you are asked to contact the Manatee County Crime Stoppers at the number listed on your screen. That's 866-634 tips. One of those incredible, unfortunate, and disturbing stories right now, especially given it's Christmas Eve. Travelers finding a baby abandoned at a rest stop along I-75. As Robert Lowe reports, investigators believe the woman gave birth in the rest area's bathroom, then left her baby behind.
Could have been horrible. It was cold, it was damp, it's on a cement floor. There's no telling how long he would have made it. Thank God for those folks.
Lieutenant Todd Spisher says perfect timing saved a baby boy's life. Early Saturday morning, the Marion County Sheriff's Office learned a mother gave birth at this rest stop on I-75 South.
No more than an hour's time frame between the time of the birth and the recovery.
Shortly after the mother left, a couple from out of town stopped and called 911 for help after spotting the newborn on the bathroom floor.
That's when we immediately called in for EMS. They went down and retrieved the baby, took the baby to Monroe.
It's really heartbreaking.
Cindy Turner is a Marion County crisis intervention specialist. After learning the baby was rescued, she was asked to rush to the hospital to take initial custody.
Not being able to have children myself, and there's so many people that do want children. There's so many other options,
including utilizing Florida's safe haven law. No questions will be asked if you choose to leave your baby up to 7 days old with a professional at a hospital, emergency medical services station, or fire station.
We don't have to ask anything. We'll take that baby and we'll make sure it gets properly taken care of.
Thankfully, the baby boy found Saturday will be okay, bringing a joyful smile to Lieutenant Spisher.
When you have a child and you see that the first time they look at you and yawn, and they got their little hands going, it's like it's got you right here. It's like, oh, you got to stop, baby.
Right now, the Marion County Sheriff's Office is searching for the infant's mother. Be safe out there, and in an effort to keep drunk drivers off the road, AAA and Budweiser are offering their tow service to go. It's available now through 6 a.m. Tuesday, January 2nd. Those who call can get a free ride and towed to a safe location within a 10-mile radius. It's available on a first-come, first-served basis. The number to call is 855-2-TOW-TO-GO. If your home or business was damaged or destroyed by Hurricane Irma, this holiday season may be especially difficult. That is why the Federal Emergency Management Agency has released its online resource, Coping with Disaster. The resource includes a disaster distress hotline, how to recognize disaster-related stress, and even how to talk to your children about coping. You can find links to FEMA's website on our website at mysuncoast.com. Last night we showed you how one local tattoo artist is giving back for the holidays by hosting a toy drive for kids in need. Tonight his efforts are paying off. Kids and their families stopping by throughout the day today, picking up toys, the kids taking photos with Santa who gave them their gifts, whether that be a pair of new shoes, a doll, or a bike.
Well, it helps tremendously. We just moved, so we were really tight on medical bills and bills for the house and stuff like that. So it was going to be really tight this year for Christmas, but now we have above and beyond what we could ask for our kids. Angels, like I could not thank them enough. I've said thank you like a trillion times so far. I just couldn't do it without them this year.
Families were able to apply through their school to be a part of this year's toy drive. Here on the Suncoast, people are gearing up to celebrate the holiday with their families, whether it is escaping the weather up north or checking out some local traditions. ABC 7's Sammy Chido was out and about today talking to folks about their plans.
We used to do the stockings.
Oh, yeah, she used to do stockings for the kids.
Everybody, and
every child got a
crazy
stocking.
little things, and
there was little gift packs in there. She wrapped every one of them. I don't care if it was just a
piece of gum.
We're from Canada, so the weather's a lot different. Normally we would be cooking turkey, kind of traditional, I would think. There anyway. And we'd probably be enjoying the snow as well too, or staying inside to avoid the snow.
Spending time with our family. We always wake up and go and unwrap presents and go to church.
What's one thing that you guys do every single year that you can't wait for?
Going to church.
I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, so we do celebrate the 3 King Days.
We've been coming down to Sarasota area for Christmas for a long time now. Originally to see my grandma, and now my mom lives here, so now we're bringing our son down to see my mom, his grandma, and then my sister and her 2 boys are here as well.
This is a tradition for us. We've done it quite a few years in a row, and we think that
We think that it's really important for people to get out, spend time with their families, and remember what the holidays are all about. And it's not a real nativity unless you got the animals. So we're lucky enough to have, part of our Hoofstop family come up here and stand around for the nativity, and people really get to enjoy it.
Merry Christmas! Feliz Navidad!
Merry Christmas!
Yeah, thank you everybody, and Merry Christmas.
And when we return, your first alert forecast for Christmas and the week ahead. Plus, as we wind up 2017, a look back on the top national news stories of the year.
WWSB ABC7 is an equal opportunity employer, and we're looking for qualified people to join our dynamic team. For a list of current openings and to apply online, visit www.mysuncoast.com/contact/employment. If you're a motivated team player and you want a rewarding career in a fun, fast-paced working environment, WWSB ABC7 could be the perfect fit for you. Check out our list of openings now.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
It's time to take a road trip.
If you love the beach, Alabama's Gulf Coast has 32 miles of sugar white sand and turquoise water. Looking for a room with a view? We have them. Beachside and bayside. There's incredible history. Whoa! And the seafood is fresh from the Gulf. Another round of shrimp for my friends. Alabama has a road trip with your name on it.
Which one you gonna take?
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need, because their story is important, and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
We move on now to politics and President Trump's escalating tensions with the FBI. The president in Florida this weekend taking time to thank troops for their service, also firing off new Twitter comments aimed at the Bureau's Deputy Director Andrew McCabe. Trump has accused McCabe of bias after an ally of Hillary Clinton's donated to his wife's political campaign. Trump tweeting on McCabe today, "These were the people who were investigating Hillary Clinton."
Well, it's a shame what's happened with the FBI. When you look at what's gone on with the FBI and with the Justice Department, people are very, very angry.
Trump's attacks on the FBI have been increasing. A new president, racial tensions, devastating hurricanes, and a magnificent sight in the sky. They are just a few of the major national stories from 2017. As we prepare for the upcoming year, Omar Jimenez gives us a look back at some of the 2017 national headlines.
The office of President of the United States.
2017 started with the changing of the guard, a shift in U.S. leadership and diplomacy.
From this day forward, it's going to be only America first.
In his first year, President Trump put a new justice in the Supreme Court and celebrated low unemployment, high consumer confidence, and a booming stock market. But among the toughest tests for the president and the nation has been rising racial tensions, leading to a bloody clash in Charlottesville, Virginia in August, as white nationalists rallied in support of a Confederate statue. A man rammed his car into a crowd of counter-protesters, killing one woman. The president's response further angered some.
We condemn in the strongest possible terms this egregious display of hatred, bigotry, and violence on many sides.
A few months later, the nation was shaken again, this time by the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. A gunman opened fire from a casino hotel room in Las Vegas onto a concert crowd below, killing nearly 60 people and hurting more than 500. Just 5 weeks later, there was a shocking mass shooting inside a church in the small Texas town of Sutherland Springs. Nearly 30 people were killed, including a toddler and unborn child.
You're safe in the house of the Lord, but the devil never rests.
On Halloween, a terror attack in Lower Manhattan killed 8 people when a man drove a rented truck onto a bike path. The native of Uzbekistan was shot by police but survived. He pledged allegiance to ISIS, apparently radicalized while living in the U.S. He faces federal terrorism charges. 2017 brought a grueling hurricane season with 3 monster storms causing nearly $500 billion in damage. Harvey's record rainfall flooded much of Houston and killed more than 80 people. Irma lashed the Caribbean, the Keys, then churned through Florida, killing more than 60. And Maria devastated the island of Puerto Rico, killing more than 40. More than a dozen major fires ravaged parts of California, scorching more than 250,000 acres. Go, 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 go! Some residents had to be rescued, as captured in this dramatic video, but more than 40 people died. Sexual assault allegations against Harvey Weinstein sparked a movement in Hollywood that spread across social media with the hashtag #MeToo. Media and entertainment titans Bill O'Reilly, Matt Lauer, and Charlie Rose were just a few of the major figures brought down by sexual assault or misconduct allegations in 2017. Capitol Hill also saw accusations and resignations, with leaders on both sides of the aisle promising changes to the congressional culture. All of this after one of America's iconic actors faced his day in court.
Please, to the supporters, stay calm.
Bill Cosby faced a jury over sexual assault allegations, but after 5 days, they couldn't reach a decision, forcing a mistrial. O.J. Simpson walked out of prison after serving 9 years for the armed robbery of 2 sports memorabilia dealers.
All I want to do is spend time with as much time as I can with my children and my friends.
Infamous cult leader Charles Manson died in prison at the age of 83. Manson led his followers to brutally kill 7 people in 1969, reportedly in an attempt to start a race war. There was airline outrage over this video of a man being dragged off a United flight because he wouldn't give up his overbooked seat, leading to apologies from United's CEO.
That's not who our family at United is.
In August, the nation was united in amazement by the total solar eclipse, the first seen in the U.S. in 99 years.
It was the most spectacular 2 minutes of our lives.
The next time Americans will see this is in 2024. I'm Omar Jimenez reporting.
You ever hear the concerns about those beautiful red poinsettia plants, the ones that we like to decorate our homes with, and that whether or not they're poisonous, but is that actually true? Dr. Rachel Riemann of Indiana University, a pediatrician who has studied holiday health myths, tells us that while the plants are toxic, they do not pose much of a risk.
They looked at more than 23,000 cases where poinsettia ingestions were reported to the Poison Control Bureau, and in none of those cases were there deaths or serious injury. In fact, more than 95% of them required 0 medical care whatsoever.
Poinsettias aren't deadly, but they can cause mild rashes from touching the plants. Some of the canines at Nate's Animal Rescue in Bradenton getting their gifts a little early to this year. Staff treating the dogs wrapped with Christmas gifts, watching as they tore into the packages and then into the presents. And of course, the Cohn family got our dog from Nate's Animal Rescue a year ago almost. I think we have a picture.
Oh, I hope
do we have that
do.
picture?
Well, I saw JJ.
earlier tonight. And oh, what a cutie patootie. There he is. Look at that.
He is
Isn't he cute?
The news anchor dog.
Yes.
Quite a lovely spirit, and really, I mean, Nate does such an incredible job, Wendy.
Oh, he's just missing his cape. That's all he needs. He needs his cape. He was flying away earlier tonight. It was so much fun to watch.
He is quite a character.
Yes, he is. He's so cute. Well, I'll tell you something. One of the things we've been dealing with all week long is we've been dealing with the fog. We've been dealing with warm temperatures, and things are about to change for us. And right now, we're not seeing a problem along the coastline with fog, but we are in the interior sections. So you can see that the visibilities are reduced to about 1.5 miles. But at the water line, we are looking at 5 to 7 miles of visibility at this point. So not a concern right now if you're close to the coastline. We do have that cold front moving on through tonight. We are going to see the possibility of showers coming in as well, and it will be cooler and breezy tomorrow. But we've got to get the cold front here first. And right now it's still stuck over the northern part of the state. In advance of it, we've got a line of showers, and some of these showers are producing some moderate rains as they come on in, and they're getting ready to move in across the Tampa Bay region right now. But we're going to see this front coming on through for us. And the timing is really great with this because it's going to be taking place during the overnight time period, and so we'll start to see cloudy skies tomorrow morning, and then we're going to be getting sunny skies in the afternoon once the passage of the front takes place. So that's the way things are going to be shaping up. But through the overnight time period tonight, we're going to be seeing the possibility of some of these showers coming on through. And what you'll notice is that temperatures right now are in the 60s, and that's about where they're going to top out for tomorrow as well. So as the day progresses tomorrow, we'll see a high of anywhere around 68, 69, maybe even 70 degrees for some locations. And then we're going to be back down into the 50s for overnight lows. So that's the way that things are shaping up as far as this front is concerned. It's going to bring us one day of reprieve, and then we're going to start to see the warm up back again. But here's the rain. You can see it right here just to the north of us, beginning to enter into Pinellas County. Eventually it's going to be coming on through Manatee, Sarasota counties, and we're going to have to wait to the overnight time period for this to happen. Probably sometime a little bit after midnight tonight is when we'll start to see these rains coming on through, and it's going to be a very thin line that comes through, so this is not going to be an all-night event. And you can also tell where all of the icy, snowy conditions are taking place, mostly towards the north and east, and the coldest temperatures continue to be across the northern plain states, where we're looking at 5 in Billings and 2 in Bismarck, 9 degrees in Minneapolis. It just gives you a shiver. And then, as you'll also notice, across the southeast, we're looking at temperatures that are already at freezing in Memphis versus Atlanta at 46 degrees right now. 78 was our daytime high, 59 the overnight low, and normally we're 72 and 52. And we're going to be back more towards these numbers tomorrow, so it's going to feel a lot more comfortable for you if you're going to be doing anything or planning anything outdoors tomorrow. Just remember, during the afternoon, that's when we're going to see the sunshine back in the forecast. So right now it's 65 and fair skies in both Bradenton and Sarasota. Venice reporting 71 degrees, some cloud cover there. 65 at the airport, Dew Point at 64 degrees, humidity at 97, and the winds are calm right now. But starting tomorrow with the passage of that front, we are going to see small craft advisories at the beach, and we are also going to see our winds gusting up to about 20 to 25 miles per hour. So during the early morning hours tomorrow, mostly cloudy conditions. We'll see our temperatures creeping up into the mid-60s, but later on in the day we may see 70, 71 degrees for the daytime high. Small craft advisories will be in effect for tonight through tomorrow. Winds coming in out of the northeast at 20 knots, seas 3 to 5 feet, and it will be choppy out on the bay and inland waters. And a quick look at our 7-day forecast is going to show you we'll be seeing clearing skies after the cloudy weather in the morning for tomorrow, and then we get a little bit warmer on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The next cold front comes in on Friday, bringing us another 20% chance of rain, and then we cool off again just in time for next weekend. Alan?
All right, Wendy, thank you very much. And coming up in sports, a record-breaking night for 2 NFL players. Stay with us.
Attention blood thinner users. If your loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. The widely prescribed blood thinners Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to a number of dangerous side effects, including internal bleeding, gastrointestinal bleeding, kidney bleeding, stroke, brain hemorrhaging, and even death. If you or a loved one suffered any of these injuries after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call right now. You may be owed significant compensation from the manufacturer. Thousands of blood thinner users may have been exposed to serious risk by these dangerous medications. If you or a loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-554-3987. Again, that's 1-800-554-3987.
Attention type 2 diabetics. The FDA warns of an increased risk of amputation associated with certain diabetes medications. If you took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamet and then suffered an amputation or one of these other serious injuries, call the Rely On Group right now. If you've suffered amputation or any of these injuries after taking your diabetes medication, call the Rely On Group today. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. The FDA has recently warned about an increased risk of leg and foot amputations associated with the use of certain diabetic medications such as Invokana and Invokamet. If you or a loved one took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamet and then suffered an amputation, ketoacidosis, kidney failure, or even death, call the Rely On Group now. We are here to help you get the justice you deserve. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-355-8205. That's 800-355-8205.
Thanks to all of you who participated in ABC7's Paris Vacation Giveaway Contest. Join us as we congratulate our grand prize winner, Heather Caston of Bradenton. She and her husband Clint are going on an amazing 6-night dream vacation for two to Paris, the most romantic city in the world.
Thank you, ABC7. We're going to Paris.
Congratulations, Heather and Clint. We hope you have the trip of your lives. ABC7. We're here for you.
A promise was made, a promise that hit the beaches of Normandy, a vow that captured Iwo Jima, a contract that weathered Tet, a pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq, an IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
Get all the local information you need before you leave home in the morning. Watch Good Morning Sun News weekdays on ABC7 to get breaking news, plus first alert, weather and traffic focused on where you live. ABC7, we're here for you. Now, sports.
A major turnaround for the Jacksonville Jaguars this season, not to be outdone by a major in-season turnaround by the 49ers after acquiring Tom Brady's understudy from the Patriots. In the first, Jimmy Garoppolo sneaks in for the touchdown from a yard out, Garoppolo's first career rushing TD, 7-0 49ers. In the second, Blake Bortles' pass is deflected and intercepted by the 49ers' Dante Johnson, who returns it for 50 yards for the touchdown. Niners up 16-0. Jaguars march right back. Bortles' pass deflects off of Fournette into the hands of Jalen Strong for the touchdown. Score tied at 16 and went back and forth all game. But in the fourth, 3rd and 8, Jaguars need a stop. But the 49ers' Matt Breida goes 30 yards for the touchdown. Your final, 43-33. The 49ers take the game. A new record when the Cardinals' Larry Fitzgerald scored this 13-yard touchdown tonight. The 34-year-old became the oldest player to have 100 catches and 1,000 receiving yards to make the broken record even sweeter. The Cardinals won. More to come here on ABC7. Stay with us.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetzy. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. you may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life, you miss precious moments. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. Our simple 3-step process begins with a free evaluation, followed by an extensive preoperative exam to determine if you're a candidate for LASIK eye surgery. Depending on the results of your evaluation and eye exam, you and your surgeon will choose the LASIK option that works best for you. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation. That's a $100 value, free. Call the LASIK Vision Institute for your free evaluation and enjoy more of your life.
Call 1-800-813-0109. 1-800-813-0109.
If high performance art is what you're into, look no further than Sunset Fiat of Sarasota. For maximum performance, check out the all-new Fiat Spider. You'll flip over the superior handling and capability. Or follow roads less traveled in the Fiat 500X. No matter what your passion is, there's a Fiat for everyone. Prices starting as low as $13,999 during the Big Finish event. Going on now at Sunset Fiat of Sarasota.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
Have a great holiday. Happy holidays from ABC 7. The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
It's a big holiday weekend for Meghan Markle. On Monday, she shares her first Christmas with her future in-laws, which just happened to be 2 future kings, of course. Queen Elizabeth. ABC's Molly Hunter previews Meghan's big day.
It's an early Christmas treat for all you royal watchers. Those engagement photos we've been anxiously awaiting. Meghan Markle peeks out from Prince Harry's Burberry coat, her sparkling ring on display. She's wrapped in a Victoria Beckham sweater. In the second one, Harry's sporting a navy suit and Meghan an evening dress from the British luxury brand Ralph & Russo. And a third, more candid shot captures the two walking. Snapped by the British-born photographer Alexei Lubomirsky, the photo shoot happened out at Windsor, where, of course, the couple will tie the knot in May. In just a few days, Meghan and Harry both headed for another royal residence, Sandringham House. Breaking with tradition, Meghan will be the first royal fiancée ever to join the Queen for Christmas.
That invitation to Sandringham for Christmas definitely shows how the Queen and other members of the royal family have fully welcomed her into the fold.
And the pressure is on. What to give your fiancé's grandmother, the woman who has everything?
Traditionally, on Christmas Eve, instead of buying the Queen and members of the royal family very serious, expensive presents, the tradition is to give the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh sort of joke presents, so they tend to be things that will make the Queen laugh.
Christmas Day starts with a traditional British breakfast, then a service at St. Mary Magdalene Church, a big lunch, and finally everyone gathers to watch the Queen's 3 p.m. televised address.
I wish you all a very happy Christmas.
This is a massive deal for Meghan. We're all hoping to get a glimpse of the whole royal family on Christmas Day, maybe even a look at Meghan alongside the Queen in their holiday best. Molly Hunter, ABC News at Kensington Palace.
Yeah, we all know what it's like to meet the in-laws for the first time. You know, been there, done that.
But can you imagine, how do you make the Queen smile? That's the challenge, isn't it? Is to try to find something that's going to make her laugh.
I bet she has a real sense of humor.
I bet she does.
In
a world like this, she'd better, right?
Absolutely. We want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alan Cohn with Wendy Ross. Good night.